feel so much better. I feel like when you're tired, you're going to be a little bit more on edge. You're going to be a little bit more emotional. I know I am. And so I feel like that was what happened with this, which makes me very uncomfortable to say the least, because that should not be what you have to do in order to worship God, right? Like that's just a little bit too much in my opinion. And for a weekend that's supposed to be kind of like revamping your feelings and making you feel good and ready for your year, this just honestly sounded exceptionally culty in my opinion. And again, maybe it's just me, but even for another thing I would like to talk about. Well, yes, I know that they play games. Like one of them was called Christianity, which is like a Christian version for Cards Against Humanity, which sounds boring as hell in my opinion, but it just sounded very weird. So I want to talk about the problems though with the retreat. So first of all, the cost per person 100% seems way too much, and I feel like it was more of a I want to show people that I can a good show and that I can make a bit of a profit off of it and try and charge you a decent amount, even though it really none of it was necessary to begin with. And again, especially $600 to meet Brittany and have someone who literally contradicts herself very consistently in her own religious beliefs is such a waste of money in my opinion. Two, I actually think that this situation is prepping for her case. Right now, she is on rocky grounds, especially with her reputation. That's not going to change. However, what I have been told is her case is actually going to be starting initiating in May of March, meaning there's a lot that is going to happen. And I feel like, especially because there's so much that can be happening with this, and honestly, I might am wrong for her. Honestly, peace of love, thoughts and prayers to you. I really hope it doesn't go in your favor. However, the biggest thing that she has going for her is that demographic of highly religious people. Something that I have noticed from my own personal experience and from others is there are a lot of people who are religious that stick with religious people. Sometimes, maybe knowingly or unknowingly, there are times where you sit there and trust people more because they are religious. It is just something that I noticed. And so what I'm saying is I feel like doing these events is helping her with her public image when it comes to the audience that she has, which is a Christian-based audience, because her pushing I'm saved, I'm better, I would never do that stuff again. Why is anyone talking about that? It paints her as a better person and a victim of this, even when in all reality, the people who were scammed out of a lot of money, in my opinion, were the actual victims to begin with. I feel like, again, to kind of keep her career going and flourishing, hosting these events is very good. It gives her a better image to the public that she is targeting right now, and I feel like it makes them like her more, whereas a lot of people who are outside of this or do not like her in any way or are not brainwashed by her perspectives are genuinely like, this is not a good person, this is not a logical person, and this is someone who is scamming people, in my opinion. And one other thing that I wanted to mention that was a huge problem when it comes to these events is the marketing about it. One thing that really icks me out with Brittany is she has utilized very specific things or issues throughout her entire career. This is not just old, this is very recent too. She has used specific vulnerable people and things for her own benefit and gain, in my opinion. Again, an example of this is I believe she used James, which was the poor man who was struggling with addiction and homelessness. I truly feel like she utilized him big time for attention and financial gain. That is my personal belief. I also believe that she exploited a lot of people, in my opinion, for financial gain and on social media, like the fitness stuff that she did. Now, this time, I think she's exploiting people in these religious settings because, as I personally have experienced, when you are in these settings, sometimes people tell their personal traumas and stories. I literally remember sitting through church sermons where there was a lot of trauma being displayed, which if you feel comfortable sharing your trauma, that's absolutely great that you have a healthy space to do so. However, that is not for everyone to hear. And I'm pulling this screenshot right now because it genuinely made me so upset. I do not like on her website right here how she has it to where there are images of these people and testimonies of things that they experienced or things they've gone through and how she looks for you to make things better for them. I do not like that. There was actually, and again, trigger warning here with like pregnancy and abortion, but there was a story over here, and I will not show the photo. I do not want people, like, that's too much. I don't care if there's not a name attached to it. This is personal stuff I don't think should ever be on a website in general. This poor girl was talking about how she received healing from, she looks freed from the trauma of an abortion she had at 14 years old. Now, that is a very personal story that I don't think should be on anyone's internet, anyone's website to promote an event. If someone wants to say, I felt better, I felt connected to God, I was able to heal from trauma, yeah, that's great. Even if someone told you that, I feel like Britney's responsibility should have been to alter that so that way that person's image not there. However, I think that was used because the more traumatic it sounds, in my opinion, the better it sounds for her because she was able to help someone get through this. When in reality, she's not qualified, she's not an ethical person, and in my opinion, she is really milking the hell out of these traumatic stories for her own personal gain. So that broke my heart for this individual, big time. Now, also, since we thought that this was going to be it, no, Britney is actually currently apparently planning another retreat right now, which is quite sudden after this one. They're apparently looking at Florida or Tennessee, something like that, where they want to host a second one in April, which again, March is when her actual court case is. I personally believe, especially with her planning another one, I think that she has this illogical belief that that court case will go completely fine, because I don't know how in the world you would have the mental capacity or even want to run a retreat if you literally lose a case against Texas. Like, I can't even wrap my head around that. And again, maybe she's thinking that she can do that because she'll be surrounded by other people. And maybe if she's telling her testimony about losing this case and it's a sob story, then people wrap their arms around her and pray over her, and then she'll look like the damn victim. Which I personally, I believe she wants to look like a victim. That's just my honest belief on this. But again, I think that's also wild too, because there are upfront costs when it comes to hosting an event. So again, she's gonna have to spend money to reserve a location, on all of these other things. And if you have the chance of losing a couple $100,000 to $1 million because of a lawsuit, what the fuck are you doing? Hosting, so what are you doing? What are you doing? A different level of delusional, in my opinion. Also, I would like to add, why is she hosting another event when she literally has, what, a couple weeks ago threatened multiple Reddit users and YouTubers that she was going to sue them for defamation? I know. The lawyers are not proud of her. They're just proud that she is this illogical to utilize them because they're probably having her pay them a ton of money, which I don't blame them. I probably would make the hell out of a scammer too if I was them. All I'm saying is she's spending so much money for them preparing for her case, and then to allegedly dig up information about Reddit users and YouTubers to sue them. You do not have enough money to be messing around like that. Brittany Dawn does not have, unless it's like giving her more, or she has some hidden business that we don't know about. There is no way that she has enough money to be ready and prepared, or is being responsible enough to be prepared to lose a lawsuit, which I personally think she's gonna. But then additionally, to have these lawyers working so much to look over people like me, huh? I don't even know. Final thoughts from me for this entire situation. One, I 100% think this is a crash grab and a way of pushing her reputation in a positive light, pushing herself as the victim and a good person. I feel like that should never have been that expensive. I truly think it's a waste of time. And I truly think at the end of the day, if you are someone who's religious, full respect, you can find very good and ethical people you guys can do that together and make it a great experience. And again, very ethical people that are Christian. I know they exist. I know that there are things like that that can exist. You don't have to settle for some goofy scammer. Don't do that. Do not waste your money on this person, because honestly, you're probably going to regret it later. Then additionally, I want to say also is Hi guys, Isabel here, and welcome back to the channel. Today's video, we are actually going to be talking about Lavelle again. I haven't talked about them in a hot minute. However, I had some of you guys actually send me a Zoom call that is the cultiest, nastiest shit I have seen in a hot minute. So, quick backstory. Okay, so with this video, somebody sent it to me because I don't know what the hell is in the MLM industry air or what. I swear, the pyramid teams are essentially swapping scammers at this point. They're literally Pound Monet, having people leave to IGNIS, to Sciences, like you name it. So many people are just up and leaving, and I don't know what it is. I have no idea. And a part of me is like, shit, is it like literally the domino effect where if some people start leaving, then a bunch of people panic even in other MLMs and start moving? Nonetheless, though, we are going to be reacting to a actual team call slash training in reaction to people leaving this Lavelle team. Yeah, I know. Buckle up. This is going to be a good one. So before we get into today's video, though, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell button down below. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into it.
Hard to get everybody in the same room at one time. But we wanted to do this, and we thought it was the perfect time. I'm going to record also. Oh, Lindsay has to record. I have to ask you permission. Thank you. And this is a very transitional season of business for a lot of people. And I think something that's interesting is when there's such a large team, especially when you have kind of a bird's eye view of what's going on. Bonus season is ending. Some people are in incredible seasons in their business. Some people are in building stages in their business. Some people are rebuilding in their business. When it's a team this large, you really see how diverse it is and how business isn't just an up and down thing. It's not the same for everybody. And we want to make sure that no matter what part of your business you're in, whether you are, no pun intended, thriving and you've worked so hard and you see it paying off, or maybe you're in the trenches right now and you need support and you need to know, that you have us and hear what we've been through and hear how we overcame things, whatever season you're in, we want to serve you, we want to be good for you. So I kind of wanted to just do like overall, if I could sit here and give you my biggest tips or the biggest things I've learned, what would it be for no matter what season your business that you're in? And the first thing I want to talk about is the fact that bonus season is over. And I feel like this is not something that's talked about a lot. And I think it's difficult for a lot of people because we fall into that like weird toxic positivity trap where like, well, I don't want to be negative and I don't want to say this, but I know that coming out of a bonus season, if you didn't earn one or maybe you didn't hit your goal, it can be tough, right? Maybe you're feeling, maybe this is the first time you're going through it, you really wanted to hit something, and you worked really hard, and you're like, gosh, I just am trying to figure out how to like stand back up or, enter into this new season. And I want to talk about from my perspective what I witnessed, and I've said this on Zooms for years. It was like one of my favorite quotes I've ever heard is the best thing you can do is learn from other people's mistakes instead of making them on your own. So as leaders, we're here to tell you like what we've seen, what we've been through, like like we're here to say like, hey, I see how this goes. I see what happens when this goes on. Learn from me and my mistakes. Learn from what I've seen. We see so many seasons in our business, and a lot of them are repetitive because Lavelle launches incredible bonuses, almost yearly. And I've been here in September, it will be 5 years. So I've had I go around with bonuses, and I've missed some and I've earned some, but I see the same cycle happen every single time bonus season ends. And I know it's going to happen. So for me, I'm like, I literally don't even blink because it happens every single time. But somebody going through this for the first time, you may be panicking, you may be freaking out.
Okay, I got my shit. All right, so let's get into this first bit. She's talking about this is a season, and apparently Lavelle has bonus seasons. So I know Lavelle is really adamant about launching bonuses and certain time periods that everyone can like run for them, like specific ones, not ones that are already built in the compensation plan. They have specific ones that launch, which I don't think very often in regards to other MLMs. Still a piece of shit MLM, but nonetheless, they have these types of bonuses. And so what she's talking about is the fact that every season when people don't hit the bonuses, it's a little bit of a low in regards to the business, meaning some people essentially are feeling down on themselves. They missed it, they didn't do good, and people are more prone to leave. Two things I want to say in regards to this. One, the fact that it's so consistent, it impacts this woman to talk about it that much speaks volumes. Another thing that I want to actually add as well is this is pretty much uplifting the concept of this is absolutely not your business and your success is absolutely dependent on other people. Because, for example, with corporate America, you don't necessarily you just don't see this in everyday life where you see someone that's like, you know what, this isn't good for me, I'm leaving, and then all of a sudden it's like you're freaked out and you have to have like a team meeting of like, you can't give up, like that's weird. The fact that she feels so obligated to have a 45-minute call about discussing how, oh, this is normal, people get scared, it's fine, I think says that this is a very impactful thing, and the amount of people that leave is big.
Some people are going to leave when bonus season is over. Some people are going to walk away if they didn't earn it. She put this weird pressure on it of like, this is going to be my end all be all. Like, if I don't make it, if I don't earn it, that's my son, and I'm out. And I see people walk away all the time after bonus season because like 8 out of 10 of them. So what happens is they come back when the next bonus season is on, so it goes into the cycle again where they want to earn that bonus, but they weren't here in that in between where we're planting the seeds, where we feel like we're in the trenches, and we're having that farming season, right? They weren't here for that. They jump back in when the bonuses come back again because I'll say it for what it is. There's nothing like Lavelle out there. The perks that we have, the bonuses that we have, they're phenomenal. I know that, but it's important to be here in between because that is what builds your vision. And I don't know when we got to this point where we're just fighting for bonuses. I don't know when that happened.
It's so funny to me how she's clearly so like she says that, oh well, it's so right away to me, but she's clearly so bothered that people literally just don't stay and they're maybe only there for bonuses. And honestly, if it was your own business and it didn't matter, why can't people? If it was so easy, why can't people just hop in with bonuses, make money, then leave? Why not? I mean, fuck MLMs. But you see what I'm saying? Why would it be a problem? It's because it affects our paychecks.
And then, trust me, like I said, I've earned some and I've missed some and I've been stoked and on top of the world and I've been devastated. But what I have accomplished through Lavelle, it wasn't because of bonuses. It wasn't because of a one-time rank-up bonus that overnight happened and then like my world all of a sudden changed. It's been an accumulation of 5 years here of everything, and the residual and the commission. That's what builds your success. That's what builds your bank account. That's what builds the grit. It's not the bonuses. So yes, they're incredible, but they don't need to be your focus. So like I said, I see this from where I'm sitting, where I know it's coming. It's like a wave, and I'm like, I know that some are going to trickle out, and some are going to trickle back in.
Imagine if this was your job. Like if I had my current office job right now, imagine every summer my paycheck just fucking cut in half because interns left. You see how ridiculous that sounds? Exactly. That's what this is. This is why this is so illogical to push this type of multi-level, like this type of company.
And hike's going to be back the next bonus season, but when you build residual, you build it in the in between. You build it when it's not super exciting to wake up and stare at that, $4,000 bonus and then dream for it. I don't care if the bonus isn't here, okay? But I know it's hard, and I also want to say that if you have had somebody walk away, it's okay. And I learned this too, that people walking away from your business, it also affects, like you have to see it as residual. I think sometimes we panic when somebody walks away, or we're worried. Number one, guys, see them out with breaks. If this isn't for them, or they need to take a hiatus, they need to take a break, love them where they are. The right people are going to come to your business, but your business is not going to like disappear because somebody on your team walked away. Like what we have is residual. And when I mean that comes with your team also. Just because they decide this isn't for them, that doesn't mean like all of your volume in your back office disappears. Like you're not robbed of everything. You have to keep fighting. It's not, yeah, like Brittany said, it's not going to crumble. And I know that at the beginning of my network marketing career, I would get that like diarrhea feeling of like, oh my gosh, I'm going to lose everything, right? But with the way our comp plan is structured, you're not going to lose everything. That's not how it happens. You can see them out with grace and continue to work your business, and it's not that big of a deal. And I don't want to, hone in on that for too long, but as I said, I know maybe you've never been through this before. Maybe you've never had somebody walk away, or you see somebody's potential, they're like, well, I didn't miss the bonus, so I'm out. It's hard. I understand that, but you are here for more than that. What you're building for your family is more than that. That has so much more to offer than that. Like if you could see a weekly commission report, I swear to you, you would fall on your butt and you'd be like, bonus poo, you don't need them. That's not where, like I was saying, the money is. It's not there. The generational money is not in the bonuses. It's in what you build every single day. So I know that that's difficult, but I also want to talk about this. If you did miss your bonus and you're still here and you're fighting, number one, good for you. Good for you. Because you have a vision for what you're here for, and you know it's not just for a bonus. But I do want to talk about this and ask you, and sometimes you have to be really, really honest with yourself. And I think that the honesty can kind of help us to overcome things when we can like really look inward. Sometimes we're not ready for a bonus. Like, were you financially mature enough to earn that bonus? Did you prepare for
What? You need to fucking tell me that you're sitting and looking at grown adults and saying, were you ready and mature enough to get that bonus? That's the excuse for using now? What can be riddle me this then? How the fuck are they mature enough to run the business and be linking arms alongside you if they're not mature enough yet to earn these bonuses? They're grown fucking adults. That's so rude. That is literally so disrespectful. Well, maybe you just weren't ready to earn money. I think everyone's fucking ready to earn money. What the hell does that have to do with it? That is such a shitty excuse for, well, it's not working, so I need to find something else to blame. And I'm gonna blame you, but I need to find a not like indirect or kind of direct way of blaming you that you're not getting these bonuses.
what you were going to do for it? Did you know what percentage of it was going to have to be put back for taxes? Did you have that mindset around it? Are you handling your current commissions with that respect? I always say that. If you want the money, you gotta respect the money. And that's okay, because guess what? The first bonus I got, ooh, child, I was not ready for that. I was like 22, I was an infant, and I did not know what to do with money like that, okay? Luckily, yeah, I have like 5 Louis Vuittons in my closet that I don't touch because of that. And granted, I had counsel for stuff like that, so
I'm sorry, this is fucking stupid. You recruit people that literally are financially desperate, but then you switch over and say, well, because you didn't earn this bonus, it's because you're not ready. Most of the people that are in this company are ready for money. They would use that money for things that they need.
but I just like mentally wasn't ready for it. I was not ready for it because I remember when I got my.
I'm mentally ready for any money that comes my way, okay? I don't think anyone can sit here and would be like, I'm not mentally ready to accept income.
Good fucking grief, first payout. And I said this too about the day that I hit 200K. Also, the next day, I realized that like it doesn't change anything. Like who you were the day before is still the person you are the day after. And is that money incredible? Yes, but like, are you ready for it? Do you know how to steward it? Do you know how to budget it? Do you know what you want it to do for your family?
Okay then. What's your name, Emma? Alright, Miss Emma. I hate the analogy, but let's say that we want that some people on the team don't know how to have money properly or like budgeted, etc. Okay, cool. Let's say your team's cashing and you're doing great. Do you at all at any utilize these Zoom trainings to teach your downline how to be ready for that? I bet my left hit you don't, okay? Instead, you BS on a Zoom call instead of getting actual help. Because if you think that your team doesn't know how to like have money, maybe ask them. Maybe say, hey, do you know how to budget? Were you ever taught that? Okay, sick. Hey, let's host a Zoom call and whoever wants to join in and let's talk about that. I literally can't stand leaders who will say you're doing this wrong instead of you're doing this wrong, but here's how you can fix it. Isn't that what a leader should do?
Yeah, actually, before that next bonus season, you need to show how to handle and love the current commissions you're getting. I posted this in the team page the other day. Like, if you put $5 in savings this week, that's incredible. When I started Thrive, I didn't have a savings account at all. Like, I couldn't even transfer anything over. And to this day, no matter what the dollar amount is, I'm stoked to put that aside. I'm stoked to budget it properly. I'm stoked to know where it's going. So I want you to really say, like, what can I work on in this season to show, like, I want to be financially responsible. I believe in Lavelle. I know that I'm here for a reason. How am I going to respect this and show that I'm ready for that next season of my business? I think that's really, really important. Let me see what other notes I have here. Okay, so I have down just that the power here is our regular comp plan and the way the business is structured. Also, this is good. Did you not earning the bonus change anything about Lavelle and the reason why you picked it? No. It didn't change anything. Like, did they take our free product credit away? Did they all of a sudden charge us fees for running our business? Like, logically think about it. Nothing changed. Do not get down on yourself and sit in a pity party about it. Nothing changed. The reason why, I guarantee you, when you joined Lavelle, if it wasn't a bonus season, you probably didn't even know we had bonuses like this. When I joined, I had no idea that we had bonuses like this. Like, not a clue. It didn't change anything about why you chose this opportunity. And I think it's so important to stand strong in that. And the reason why I believe that I am where I am and I have the success that I do is because you cannot sway me. When I know why I'm here, I know why I chose this. I know that I cannot go to any other company under the sun and offer a brand new promoter the things that they're offered here. I know that. I know that for me to give something to someone, this is the absolute best gift that I can give them, and that has not changed in 5 years. That has not changed. So why would I change? I don't sway. I always say that. You're not a sheep. You need to stand strong and know what you're doing this for. And that's what I'm going to go into. Let me flip these around because I got ahead of myself there. I want to talk about bringing it back to basics with what I'm saying about how simple our business is and why you chose Thrive in the first place and why you know what you're a part of. I think it's really important to remember that our job here is to sell Thrive. That's our job. We don't have any other job titles. I always say that. I'm not a sorority mom. I don't have all these other titles where I have to handle and deal with all that. We are here to sell Thrive. So maybe you are wrapped up in comparison. Maybe you were wrapped up in drama. Maybe you were wrapped up in something. You are here to sell Thrive. And I'm going to compare this to something because when I used to work retail before I started network marketing, I was always a workaholic. And I was a store manager and I was somebody where I would literally clock out of work and continue to work because they didn't have me on payroll, but I would still continue to work because I was a perfectionist, because I wanted to get promoted. Like, I thought that was what I was going to do for the rest of my life. So I would clock out and continue to work, and on my days off, I would call into conference calls. And I would lead stuff knowing that they were walking all over me because I was clocked out and not earning anything, but I was still putting in that extra work. That destroyed my mental health. I had no work-life balance. I had no separation. Everything was about that retail store. Everything. I lived and breathed it. When I wasn't working, like I said, I was on conference calls. I was calling in to check on the associates. Like, I was too in it. I was too in it. And I need you to remind yourself that you are here to self-thrive. You are here to help your team self-thrive. Like, I love y'all. I'm here for y'all. I support you. But guys, remember what you're here for. We're here to self-thrive. We're here to get people thriving. Do we have an amazing community? Yes. Do we help each other through so much? Absolutely. Like, I want you to know that you can lead on this, but also don't forget why you're here. Don't get so wrapped up in stuff that you're not even doing what you set out here to do. Because it's going to hurt your mental health. It's going to hurt what you're doing here. And I guarantee you.
Okay, so I like what she's saying right now. Okay, so earlier I wasn't vibe with this. I like how she's discussing some of the problems within what she's done before and trying to kind of simplify the concept of like Lavelle, which honestly, again, I don't like MLMs, but I will agree with this. I think it's very good to prioritize balance and knowing what you should be focusing on. I think the main issue is when you only focus on selling products, does that actually provide the income and the lifestyle that she's marketing off to you right now?
Anybody that I've ever had walk away from this business, I've always said this, it's never because of Thrive. It's never because they're like, oh yeah, the product just stopped working for me, or oh yeah, I really didn't like that part in the comp planner.
And we're done. We were doing good, Emma. Fuck. She was just like, I've never had someone leave the company and it was because of Thrive. Never? My comment section in regards to Lavelle, I've had so many people be like, hi, I took so many pills. They were a little sketch, not gonna lie. I couldn't feel my face. That was a little weird. I'm like, yeah, that's probably fucking weird. I've had people even that are in the business and have talked about how some products are just ugh, terrible. Like I've had people that like the products though and hate the business. Like, yes, that is a thing. If you have to glorify your company and say everything is perfect with it, you're weird. Your company is perfect and there's no way that it could be at fault. Is cold paint
this or that or something cheap? It's never that. It's always that personal stuff that gets too far into it and gets too complicated and you're focused on the wrong things. And you are here to sell Thrive. I have a life outside of Thrive. I want you to have a life outside of Thrive. You need separation. And you can't have the emotions and all of that tied up into it. So when I get on my phone to work, I have success. I have a successful PPA. I have successful commissions because when I get on my phone, I sell Thrive. I get samples in people's hands. I enroll customers. I check in with my customers' goals. I'm here if you need to bounce stuff off of me, but you have to have boundaries, as Lindsay's going to talk about in a second. But you're here to sell Thrive. Don't make it more complicated than that. Like I said, with the comparison and this and that, like we have awesome products. We have an awesome company. That's why I'm here. That's why I know that this is my career. I don't have to worry about the other stuff, right? Like I get on my phone, as I said, and I sell Thrive. That's what I do. So I know I'm over notes right here. So I talked about like what is getting in the way of your success, and a lot of times it's those things. It's your ego, it's your focus, and it's your money. Awesome. And I always say time and time again, like you need to mind the business that's going to pay you. You have to know what you're here for. You have to remember. And when you refocus on that, like nothing can get in your way. And I can tell you that, like when you know what you're here for and you know why you chose this opportunity and you don't let those other things trickle in and distract you, there's no question. There's no like, I don't know if this is what, no, you know. And that's why I don't get distracted. That's why I don't let my path walk. And I used to. I did. Like 2017 to 2019, like you don't know me who I was then. And I had to learn from all of that. We've all done it. We've all focused on the wrong things and got dropped in the wrong things. But I love Thrive and I love our CEOs and I trust them. And I trust this company and I trust the product when I get it in people's hands. And that's why it's my job. That's why it's my career. And I have a life outside of that and I have boundaries, but you have to get your focus right because a lot of times that's what's in the way of your success because you get so wrapped up in things and you're focused on things that don't matter and you're consuming things that are not helping you whatsoever. Get back to just getting the products in people's hands. You sell Thrive. What do you do for a living? I sell Thrive. That's what I do. Can you imagine if like we went and told people and they're like, what do you do? And we were like, oh well, I do this and like I had to handle this situation that day and then this person's gonna be like, what? Like, no, I sell Thrive. That's what I do. That is my job. And I'm here to help you sell Thrive. I'm here to help you overcome things so that you can be successful. And the best thing you can do for that is keep your mind focused on that and know what this is. And don't let it sway you. So whatever season of your business, I'll wrap this up, that you're in right now, if you're getting those bonus payouts, congratulations. I know how incredible that feels. I know what that's doing for your family. And if you're stewarding right now and you're preparing for the next one and you're preparing for next Tuesday and the Tuesday after that, Travis always used to say that to me in the beginning of this business. He's like, babe, there's always next Tuesday. And I'm like, you're right. There's always next Tuesday. Like, why am I getting down on myself? What can I do in the next 6 days to change that if I'm working for something for my family? I want you to focus on the people that are inside the four walls of your house and what you're doing this for and know that you're partnered with the best opportunity. You are. Like, there's nothing, tell me anything else out there that offers the things that we do. That's why we're
literally most MLM companies offer what Lavelle offers. Lavelle has a card program. Okay, Lavelle has bonuses. Some MLMs do the launching of bonuses also. Trips. Every single MLM offers it. The structure per se and a lot of like how it goes, it falls a similar category. Maybe some of the numbers or requirements or ranks are different, but mostly they are the same.
you forget that. Okay, Lindsay, you can take over.
Hi. Okay, so I sound like a man. I'm sick. Don't mind me. We're gonna ignore the voice. But I want to get one of you don't know who I am. Hi, I'm Linz. But I'm a very red leader, and that's probably why I went in between both of them because Katie's gonna give you a little heart after me because some people are gonna need it. But it's okay because you either love me or you don't, and we're gonna talk about boundaries because if you know me,
I'm gonna be honest. Whenever I hear an MLM leader be like giving the illusion of like, yeah, I'm just a super tough leader, but I give tough love, I'm like, you're gonna be an absolute asshole, aren't you?
I'm fine either way. And I want you guys. We're gonna get really raw. I have a question for y'all. Who here has ever, and I want you to drop in the chat, raise your hand, whatever, because we're gonna get very real. Who here has ever thought about walking away from their Thrive business?
Hold up. She just asked how many people have thought about walking away. Most people have their hands up.
Oh, yeah, we all have at one point or another, right? Whether it be whatever it is, right? I want you to take a moment, and I want you to hear my heart when I say the only person responsible for your business is you. The only person that is responsible for your business is you. In the same sense, you are not responsible for your downlines business, for your sidelines business, for your uplines business. You are responsible for your business and your business.
I hate this argument because I'm really sick and tired of MLM leaders that pick and choose what they are and aren't responsible for. Because the second that one of their downlines hits that massive rank, makes a lot of money, all of a sudden it's, oh my God, my downline, I'm so happy I asked you into this business. And then the downline's like, I'm so happy that you were here because you invited me in this company. They'll take credit for that, but then all of a sudden when people don't do good and leave the company, all of a sudden it's your business. Come on now.
So, with me saying that, I want to give you permission before I even get into what I want to talk about, and really, really untie yourself, unchain yourself, whatever you want to call it, from whatever is holding you to everyone else's success. Because the only person who is responsible for success is yourself. And the reason I wanted to talk about this is because in 2019, I turned in my resignation letter to Lidl. I did. Thankfully, they make you confirm because could y'all imagine? Whew, no, I get hives even still thinking about it. I would not have the life I do today. Y'all, it's so easy to look at Katie and I and see our lives today. But if you are new, meaning you've been here anytime 2020 and today, you have not seen what we came from. You have not seen what we did to get to where we are. You have not seen, and you were not a part of our social media for how we clawed out of situations and how we persevered and what we did. And the reason I want to talk about this is because so many people come and go from this industry. So many people come and go from your business, myself included. My famous line, and everyone knows it, is somebody can leave my business. And I've had tons of people walk away, but I've also had almost all of them come back. And the reason I say that is because they always come back. It's not about you, it's about them. My biggest thing that I will always say in any situation is it is not my responsibility for the role that you cast me in your story. I respect whatever position I need to play in your storyline, but that has nothing to do with my worth, with my success, with who I am as a person. And it took me a very long time to get this way. When I say all of us,
Just thinking about what she just talked about how every single person that leaves the company, majority of them come back. And I feel like to me, this is a great example of how it's very easy for people to get remanipulated back into multi-level marketing. I know so many of my viewers, even so many of you guys, you didn't just like participate in one MLM. Most people I've seen, we're looking at 3 or more MLMs that most people have joined, maybe on average or so, sometimes even more than that. Like that's insane. And so I don't think it's anything bad. I think it just shows how good these companies are at remanipulating people and blaming them. Because every single time I've talked to somebody or seen this, it's because they were like, well, I didn't do good enough, so I just need to try again. When more than likely they did do everything and everything that they could the first time.
have persevered through things, the darkest parts of our business, the darkest parts of our lives, we've clawed out of, and so have you. Anything being thrown at you, whether it be business side, life side, whatever it may be, I want you to know that you've gone through worse, and this is just another stepping stone towards where you need to be. Everything that has, I used to think that things when drama would happen, or with my business, or I didn't get PTA, or in 2018 I was a PDK leader who was barely re-ranking 40K, not earning her auto bonus. Y'all put that together. An ADC leader, barely ranking 40K, not earning an auto bonus. Okay, to today, I'm now a Lavelle millionaire, and I have auto and online with my husband. When I tell you that the stones and everything being thrown at you are there to build you, and they're there to remind you that something amazing is coming, I truly mean it. But if you choose to walk away, if you choose to allow somebody else's storyline about you to become your truth, you're never going to make it to the day where you say, I did it. And I don't mean because I'm a Lavelle millionaire, I did it. Y'all, I did it before I hit that. I've done it for the last 2 years, and some people think I'm very cocky, and it's because I am. I am very, very sure of myself because I have boundaries with myself, more importantly, than anybody else in this world. Because I know as a leader who I am and what my heart is. As a mom, who I am and what my heart is. As a wife, who I am and what my heart is. And as a friend, as a daughter, as everything, I know who I am and the person I am. So I need you guys to be so rooted in who you are. I need you to know why you're here and why you're doing this. Because somebody saying XYZ, or somebody signing a customer of yours, or talking to a potential, or whatever, right? If you're in my downline, you know, don't be that BS. I leave you on red. I ain't got time for that. Drama does not build a business. Insecurity is an egos do not build a business.
I have an issue with a lot of these ML leaders talking about real conversations and problems that need to be hashed out with drama, because sometimes the whole concept of their drama is always a negative connotation, when sometimes some people just need to be called out on bullshit, and it doesn't need to be drama, it just needs to be vocalized.
I don't know why I have that red personality, right? But for real, you have to realize that the only person but the only person that is actually going
Linda, if you or Lynn, sorry, shit, you are a Lavelle millionaire. If you're sick, are we doing any so-called working still? Something's not, the math ain't mathing.
that is actually going to build your business to where you want it to be to you, and it's going to be with boundaries. You cannot allow insecurity egos to become your own. You have to be so rooted in who you are as a woman, as a man, as a mom, as a father, as a business owner, to understand that it's not this to be a business. You must make it like a business. Y'all, I'm a former nurse. One, I don't really get along with a lot of people. I'm a very strong personality. I don't have a filter. I love people, and I will be anybody's friend, but I'm a very strong personality, and I don't change for anything. If you can't tell, hi. And my thing is, when I was a nurse, I've always been this way. I've never had a filter. I've always said it how it is, and I've always stepped on toes. But the thing is, I know my heart. But when I was a nurse, I had to bite my tongue. Why? Because what was I gonna do? Tell another nurse to F off? Y'all, I worked for somebody. They would fire me. This is your business. What are you gonna do? Go tell somebody to F off? This is your business. No, you need to treat it like a business. This is your job. If you wouldn't treat it and do it at a 9 to 5 because you'd be fired, y'all, I would hope that you would fire yourself. I had to learn as a leader how to react and how to listen. And I needed to learn to stop reacting and start listening. And that was probably one of the biggest growths in myself, and one of the biggest boundaries I ever set with myself was not every situation needs my opinion and my reaction. Some situations just needed me to read the message or to listen to the voice memo. And I also, as a leader, set boundaries with my team for them to know that if they came to me with drama, I was not getting involved. Sorry, I'm not in this for drama. If you want to build a paycheck and you want to build a business, get to work. If you're working, you don't have time for it. And I can tell you that firsthand. 2019, I was in a lot of drama. A lot of it. I started to believe things that people would say about me, and I started to become them. And guess what? I earned amazing bonuses, and I bought all the Louis Vuitton bags that sit in my closet because, y'all, I'm a mom and my kid is thirsty. And I have 3 great things that I eat that way. Literally, I don't even touch them. So, y'all, get smart with your business and treat it like a business. Get smart with yourself and treat yourself like a business woman. Stop treating this like a hobby. If you're going to tell yourself that, oh, it's okay that X, Y, and Z because I'm going to leave because this person signed a customer of mine, go find 5 more. Who cares? Y'all, you act as if one potential is going to make or break your business. You act as if one promoter is going to make or break your business. Let me tell you right now, my 80K team was not my 200K team. My 200K team was not my millionaire team. Let me tell you right now, you cannot take responsibility for what others will or will not do. You can only take responsibility for what you will do. You cannot take responsibility for what comes out of other people's mouths or what's in their brain. You can only take responsibility for what comes out of your mouth. And I really hope that as a businesswoman and a businessman, it's out of maturity. And it's out of respect, and it's out of your heart. Because at the end of the day, I don't deny anything I have ever said. Why? Because I don't mean anything in a malicious way. Does it mean that it could trigger somebody else? Of course, but I'm not responsible for somebody else's triggers. And you have to set boundaries with that. You have to set boundaries with your team, with yourself, with your leadership style, with your business, with your work ethic. I always say, I am not I'm not a motivated person. I stay in bed, I sit on the couch, like I'm not a motivated person. But what I am is I'm self-disciplined. I have goals. I know what I need to do for myself, for my family. I know what I need to do to make this work. And I know what's gonna get me there because it's what I've been doing the last 4 years. So ask yourself, and I'm gonna touch on something with Em and Katie real quick. When we first started, every single week, Katie and Em and I would do an opportunity live. Every single week. We interviewed each other and we talked about it. Every single day, Katie was on Facebook Live doing her 3 steps. Y'all, this did not happen by mistake. Our success did not happen because we wished for it or prayed for it or anything like that. Our success happened because we worked for it. We grew into the women that we wanted to be, and we worked to get there. So if you're telling yourself that you're praying for it or you're just gonna hope it happens one day, get off your ass and do the work. I love you, but I don't care what anybody else has to say. My success didn't come because I sat on my ass, it came because I worked on it. You have to do the things. Stop telling yourself that one day it'll happen and go and make it happen.
stop hate this kind of argument that we're having right now, or like discussion, mind you, my bad. I don't like how this lens chick is talking down to everyone as if everyone's lazy. Like, what is up with leaders talking to people like they're lazy? If anyone was formerly a part of an MLM, did your upline do this stuff to you? Comment down below and let me know. Did they talk to you as if you were lazy all the time? Because in an MLM, people can be working like crazy and still not doing well. That's literally why we see people like top leaders jumping ship and going to other MLMs, because they can work and work and work, but if the people aren't coming in and if things aren't working out for them because their success is dependent on other people, then like, what are they gonna do?
Telling yourself that you need a bonus and go and create a weekly income that is more than that bonus. I personally have never earned a rank advancement bonus on my personal account. Only my husband has, which has been a blessing, right? We are the 40K and a 200K. But y'all, those, even my husband's 200K bonus, we make more weekly of residual than we do on that one-time payout. We don't touch his bonus. Do you know how much work that took to be able to not touch a $200,000 bonus? It doesn't happen by watching. It doesn't happen by saying.
No. Let's reword that. You know how much work it took for other people to be on your downline for you to earn that bonus? Because getting a $200,000 bonus doesn't just happen. I can't even imagine how many people she has in her downline to get a $200,000 bonus. Holy shit.
Oh, X, Y, oh, this person's doing this. They're not on their stories. They're not doing this. Who cares what somebody else is or isn't doing? All that matters is what you're doing. All that matters is what you're not doing. This is not about hustle culture. I am not on my phone 24/7. I am not on my phone 24/7. I'm losing my voice. Let me get some water.
Are you? Because again, you're working through the flu. Goofy. Hold on, I'm losing my voice. Cause you're sick, Linz. Close the fucking laptop and go to sleep. Oh my god. I don't work 24/7. You're working through being sick right now, and you're losing your voice. Oh my.
Literally, my body is like over this pregnancy. But I am not on my phone 24/7. I am not here to tell you that you need to ignore your kids, or you need to skip soccer practice, or not cook your family meals. What I'm here to tell you is you need to time manage your life. You need to prioritize this business in your life and see what needs to get done, and then get it done. You guys heard Em talk about how she would clock out and still work. Some of y'all are clocked into your business and not even working. You have to ask yourself, are you scrolling or are you working? Because for me, yeah, focusing on the wrong things. For me, for the longest time, I was so focused on being picture perfect. I used to edit my body in pictures. Who remembers that? I know Katie does, but I used to send it to her and be like, is this obvious? And I used to send it to Em and be like, can you crop out that like camel toe for me because my app isn't doing it? Like, y'all, I am so brutally honest with my mistakes when I tell y'all that I have failed forward. I am not ashamed of the things that I have done. Because you know what? It's real. Y'all, there's no hiding this belly anymore. I walked up on stage with everything showing. Like, I do not care. Because at the end of the day, you have to ask yourself, are you true to you or are you true to a social media world? I don't want to be true to a social media world anymore. My business changed when I started impacting instead of worrying about what a stranger in their mama's basement was thinking about me. I don't give two shits about that. If I don't get a like, if I don't get views, so many people will delete it. Y'all, leave it. The only people that liked my business in the beginning was my mom. That's it. It was all fake. Nobody that actually cared or had impact in my life. I grew on a social media world until I realized that that wasn't going to fulfill me. That wasn't going to create anything sustainable, and it wasn't going to create abundance for my family for generational wealth. I got out of the social media world and just started living Lynn's life. And let me tell y'all, I'm the same girl that I was when I was in 100K of debt, struggling. I still have the same leggings with holes in my crotch that I used to wear in high school that I love because they're so stretched out in like the fupa area that it's just so comfy. I can't get rid of them. Like, you guys know you have those things. Y'all, money is not going to change you. Social media world is not going to change you. And if it does, then you didn't start this for the right reasons. And I want to leave y'all with not with that, but not getting anyone sick. But your business is the bonus. If you said yes that you almost left, ask yourself why. Was it because of drama? Was it because of a tip? Was it because of a customer? Was it because you didn't earn a bonus? Was it because you weren't in a group chat or a team page or a part of a training? Y'all, stop trying to be leaders of Zooms of 400 people and start caring that the fact you have one person on a Zoom. In 2019, I restarted my business, and the only person on my Zoom was Christina Tammy. And look, she's on this one today. I need you guys to really, really ask yourself, are you trying to be a leader that has 400 people on a Zoom just because it makes you look good? Or are you trying to be a leader that impacts the one? Because the minute I stopped caring how many people were on my Zooms, the minute I stopped caring how many people responded to me in chats or how many people did post love on my stuff or congratulated me when I earned things, y'all, I stopped. Em has to text me and be like, hey, have you earned this? And I'm like, yeah. She's like, why didn't you tell me? And I'm like, because it's just an announcement. Stop doing things for the announcements. Stop doing things for the clout. Start doing them for the one, for the impact. Set your boundaries with yourself. Set them with your leaders. Set them with your business. And watch how much is going to change for you. Watch how much is going to grow for you. When you flip that switch and you realize that this is a bonus business and that your weekly income can be more than a one-time bonus payout, y'all, you would never stop running. And I can tell you that because even with the income that I've created for my family, I'm in the trenches every day and I'm not stopping. I'm nowhere near finished. I'm nowhere near even.
I think that's so weird because the whole concept of MLMs is to try and have financial freedom and not work hardly as much. So why is it that she is working constantly? I think she's full of shit. That's just what I'm gonna think. But I don't think it's stable. I think she knows that if she completely stops or doesn't work for a while, then she's screwed. I actually don't mind some of this part we're talking about making boundaries, holding yourself accountable. I don't think that's bad at all. I think some of the conversations that we're having are actually pretty good so far. But in regards to some of this though, again, this is a response to people that are leaving the company. So the goal right now is to keep people involved and working and motivate them so that way they don't leave the company. Because I feel like why individuals like Lynn's, for example, who's working through being sick, or somebody else right now, they're doing this because they don't want other people to leave and they're hoping with motivational calls and training they can get people to withstand others leaving. Because when other people leave in an MLM, like other teams like question it, it gets shaky. That's exactly why the corporate side of MLMs freak out as well and try and do something about it. So this is more of like a save Aston call for me, but it's still, the intentions aren't good.
Started. If you guys think that what I've done so far is impressive, thank you, but y'all have not seen anything. I've been here 4 years. Wait till I'm here 8. Katie, I'm gonna pass it to you.
So good. I'm like, I needed this. I love getting poured into. We're always the pours. I'm like, fill myself up. So I know we've been on here for 36 minutes. I'm gonna knock out this fire and take you all to church in 10 minutes. I just need you to know that we've been here since 2018, and when I say we've walked through hell, we have walked through hell. We have walked through our personal upline, trying to recruit our whole team. We have walked through all these things that are meant to take you out. We're like, big ones. I remember one of the most impactful things Lindsay said. We were in Florida a couple of years ago. We were talking about people leaving, and she's like, every time someone leaves, I'm like, great, I'm gonna go enroll my next 40K. You cannot let someone leaving your business like make or break what you're building. And I've probably in the last 5 years had 3 times where I just got hit hard. And 2 days ago was one of them. And I was destroyed. I was crying for 3 days. I got an inbox. I acted like a 2-year-old. I was tired. I was exhausted. And she's like, pick yourself up. Look what you've created. And I truly, truly believe leadership is built in the valley. And listen, I'm going to tell you this. This is going to be shady. Every person that I've enrolled or I've seen happen on my team who leads with their QB and their sales only, 90% of that time it's placement and they're not seeing personal success and their joy and their happiness. It is cloud. And it's, I'm going to be straight up. Can I talk numbers? Am I allowed to do that? I've had really low checks as an ADK. In a season where I lost my rank for 18 months, and my paychecks were not popping. My heart posture was growing. My paychecks were not popping. As a 200K now, my checks are double what they were the first time. Because every day in those 18 months, I picked myself up. And adversity is guaranteed. You will face adversity. And listen, it's going to break you or it's going to build you. But you know what I've come to terms with? I will not allow the insecurity and the loudness and the
I don't like this argument because, again, I feel like this is coming from privileged leaders. They are making pretty good money, right? Like, not to where they can completely stop working by any means, but really good money. Some of these first 3 top leaders that have talked to us so far, they all can hire people to help them, which we've seen them do. They don't have to do as much as what you have to do if you're newer in the company or maybe in the middle ground. So they were talking about, well, somebody else's mindset isn't going to affect me. That's easier to say when you have 100 or thousands of people underneath you that are helping keep your paycheck alive. That's
My future. If God called me here to do it, I'm going to carry it out. And that's what we've done since October, November, December 2017. We're committed to the work. We're committed to the growth. And we are here to carry it out. And yes, we might be sitting on a mountain now, but we have all held each other's hands through the valleys. There was a week in 2019, I could not wake up with someone posting this, getting an inbox, hey, I think this status is about you. Hey, so-and-so's leaving. All of these distractions. No one else got to call the shots of what I was building. And I'm done. I'm done sitting in like low levels of potential. I will only operate like I can't get get kicked off. Like the level of character I hold myself to, and I'm telling you, like these last 10 days, the enemy tried to bring down my character. He tried to bring me down to pettiness. He tried to like I'm telling you, like I've been so hurt the last 10 days. I couldn't sleep. I'm a sensitive person. I don't have tough skin.
Individual is clearly affected by the people leaving her downline and team. I just, oh my god, like you can tell she's just pissed off. I know she's going with this, like, I'm on the higher ground, I'm not gonna be petty, but notice how deeply off some of these top leaders are right now with when they're talking because of this is a response to people leaving the company. The fact that you're that pissed off that somebody said, hi, I don't want to be a part of the company anymore. Like, you say that you're offended, but yet you're acting like this of like, I couldn't sleep. Why? Because it impacts you.
People send me screenshots and this person saying this. I cannot get distracted for what I'm building. I can't. I'm too anointed. I'm too focused. And the women who are anointed and purpose driven, they get attacked 10 times more because I'm not driven by money anymore. Money doesn't make me happy. Money is a fruit of my life because of what I've built.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna cringe at that one. The people that are anointed are attacked 10 times more. I don't like the concept of putting yourself on a pedestal because of what you believe. No, we're not doing that. Just because you're Christian, which I am assuming that's what she was referring to. Super, congratulations, very happy for your faith. Stop it. You're not the chosen one to be a part of the little goofy ass. Knock it off.
But I'm more attracted to how I handle adversity, how my name can get slandered and my mouth stays shut. You can throw my company under the bus. You're gonna watch me top 5 to 10 millionaires over the next 10 years. I'm not Tuesday focused. I'm like the next decade focused. Okay. So adversity should not change God's plans for your life. Like, do I need to say that in your ear louder? It should not change the path He's called you, and I will only live out abundance in my joy, in my adversity, in my bank account. I will not live in anything lower. You are not doing anyone favors walking around stooping to levels than anything else than God has called you to be. You are not doing anyone favors, your team favors, your family favors by living in this place where what other people said about you, if what other people said about me was true, I would not be the woman I am today. And I'm gonna ruffle some feathers because I am on mission. Mission doesn't get thrown off by a low paycheck. Mission doesn't get thrown off by rank loss. That's where leadership is built. It's built in battles, adversity, missing a bonus. I saw M earn 180, and Lynn's earned 220. They could have been more or less. I don't remember. Right in front of my eyeballs in 2019. I was all over the place. I literally deleted my apps for 10 days. I'm like, I can't do this anymore. December 1st, I woke up and the tracker was gone. No more bonus season. And God was like, you ready to build? I'm like, I'm going to put my shoes on. I'm going to get my rank back. I'm going to get my thing.
I swear to God. What the? Stop bringing God into this shit. I don't care what religion you're a part of. I don't think any religion, honestly, let's be real. I don't think any religion would be like, yes, go and screw over a bunch of people. I'm calling you to do this. I'm sorry, but the whole I'm being called to be a scammer. Shut up.
Everything, because my Bible says that like, God will restore all of the years that the enemy has stolen, and I will not let anyone else who dipped out on this business and wants to say what they say. They don't call the shots in me.
Who's the fucking enemy? Is the enemy. There you go. Who's the enemy, Kay? The people that literally say your company's a scam? The people that leave? Yeah. If that's the enemy, okay then, call me the enemy. But, like, stop victimizing yourself. I'm sorry, but these top leaders that make decent, pretty damn good money, they play the victim so fucking hard, it's unreal. It's embarrassing. Like, grow up.
They don't call the shots in my future and in everything that I'm building. Your character. Listen, do not be inspired by QB and sales. I have seen plenty of women come in and they promote this phrase so fast, great. 90% of it was probably placement and they're operating out of their ego. And the first hard paycheck, listen, my top leaders, I didn't have to build this. Ask the last time Megan got a placement. I don't know, 2018, 2019, maybe recently if someone had ever who was promoting. I don't place to build someone else's paycheck. We build our waiting rooms to help anyone in your team who needs a promotion and they're a couple hundred away. I'm not going to build your paycheck for you. And honestly, my paychecks are popping because year after year I've built personal enrollments, and at the end of the month I'm check matching about 90 people every single week. That's why my paychecks are where they're at.
Okay, so what she's saying is the reason why her paychecks are so damn massive is because, like, what I'm assuming, she is doing her own personal enrolling. So not only is her downline enrolling, but she's personally enrolling as well. So that way she's getting a paycheck from her personal enrollments, but then people that are enrolling underneath her because of her downline. So you're making a lot of money still off of recruitment. That is how you are making this much money, is from enrolling as many people as you can and still benefiting off of the enrollments of others.
You have to get on a level that you can recruit. Recruiting is a mindset. We're not going to sit and try to build, like, you're not waiting on customer sales. You have to learn how to recruit and build and duplicate. Okay, couple more things.
We're not worried about customer sales. We need to recruit. That's where the money's at. Thank you for clarifying.
Okay,
Thank
time
you.
to end it. All right, here's the 3 more minutes. Come on, roll this thing out. Confidence. I've said this before. We lose heart if our eyes are focused on the wrong things. I focus on the four. Every time I get hit with adversity, I close my eyes and I'm like, how does the 41-year-old version of Katie, who's a multimillionaire, she wakes up, she's maintaining 200K before the sun even shines on the first. That version of Katie, how does she handle this text? How does she handle this adversity? She understands that people will hurt her, people will leave, but I will always rise. I want you to ask yourself, are you going to get knocked out? Are you going to be someone who quits and then you blame the industry? You're going to be on to the next best thing. Try to hit it big with as little effort as possible. That's not what a professional in network marketing does. They walk on the fire, they recruit, they build, they duplicate, and they set up systems. There is no secret. And we have all of that for you. In every page that a leader has, there is duplication and systems for you to win. Stop trying to focus on looking cool on the gram and get your heart posture. Because if your bank account and your Instagram is bigger than the leader inside you growing, honey, you're not winning and you are not going to survive the storms that throw your way. Okay? One more thing. You have to get wildly obsessed with your mindset. This isn't up for debate. This is why I'm here. This is why I was able to stick it out over the 18 months when 2 of my good friends earned bonuses, 4 of my friends earned bonuses, and I got to watch them pay off debt and travel, and here I was, and Ann probably doesn't know this, but in 2020, I broke like $250,000 of commissions. It was right before I was still in the rank loss season. She shouted me out for earning $250,000, and I remember my bank account said zero the day she shouted me out, and I felt like such a fraud because I was in so much debt. And it was like bills debt, bills debt, bills debt. I couldn't even go to the grocery store.
How the fuck can someone get a $250,000 bonus and be still in severe debt? Were you buying your rates then? Am I missing something? Like, you know what I'm saying? How is it that, like, you're a fraud then if you're paying it off? What the hell are you doing then, girl?
Go to the grocery store like I used to, and I remember feeling like such a fraud. And I am living proof by picking yourself up. 18 months after that announcement, I had 100K in my savings for this house. I am living proof that people can hurt you, slander your name, walk away from you, go through rank loss, miss bonuses, and still come out winning. What God has called me to do, I'm going to fulfill it. I'm not going to sit on the sidelines and say, oh yeah, network marketing was just too hard. No, I'm going to get my head in the game because this is
So stupid because it's literally making other people who are religious in this Zoom call thinking that they're not doing enough and they're not following God's plan because they're not successful, or they're going to feel like a miserable failure when they do quit because this is going to drain their accounts because that is how multi-level marketing works. You're going to lose money. So again, you're literally instilling and training this fear into people so that way when they do quit, they're going to feel like a shitty person. So wrong.
industry is going to produce more millionaires than ever before over the next decade, and I'm going to pop 10 of them. I will not sit back and let defeat call the shots in my life and what I'm building. My kids are not.
So you're going to pop out